Hey everybody, it's Josh Farber. I was trying to connect with Matt Marinoff, but seems like for some reason we weren't able to make a connection. I'm going to try and bring him in this time and see what happens. Let's see if I know how to do this. See what happens here. Anyway, what we were trying to talk about was perception of the market and where customers, owners, homeowners think the market's going versus what it's actually doing, or even if the market's going in the direction that they think it's going, how does that help them? So, trying to see if Matt's coming in here. I don't exactly know how this works. I've never done a live video inviting another party in, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. In any case, I just left a homeowner who's in foreclosure. There's a court date scheduled for next month. They have essentially no income. There's some Social Security, but no other income, and they want to keep the house. When you add up all the income and you subtract out all the expenses, they are so upside down. It's I'm not going to say that I'm an expert in short sales. I leave that to Matt and his team. But at the end of the day, I can't see the mortgage payment going down far enough that they'd even still be able to survive, make the payment, and buy groceries. So we were talking about the possibility of just selling the house, and I looked it up, and there's actually equity, and I said maybe it's time to consider just selling the house, taking the equity. You have no money in the bank. At least you have some money in the bank. You'll be able to go rent a small place that you can afford, so on and so forth. And the response was that they want to keep it 2 years because the home values are going to increase. So every market's different. We know every real estate market is different. Every neighborhood's different. But we could talk in generalization across the board, nationwide. On average, home values increase about 3% a year. Some markets are hot, some they do really well. Other places are not so hot and they actually decline. But on average, we're looking at around 3% a year, typical years. So doing the math in this particular house, the home is worth about $200,000. Mortgage payment's $1,500 a month. They carry it for 2 years. They're going to owe, well, first of all, they can't carry for 2 years. They're not making the payments. But if they were to be able to stay in the house without making payments for another 2 years, they would owe another $36,000, give or take. And if the home appreciated in value 3%, they would increase its value by $12,000, making them further negative. So this is the struggling conversations that people don't want to hear. I think the market has been so strong for so long that they think that the longer they hold out, the more money they're going to put in their pocket. Matt had alluded to the fact that I have a brokerage license in multiple states: Florida, New Jersey, and New Mexico. I have agents in every state. Every market is different. My agents in New Jersey are telling me that the inventory is increasing, which is not a good sign. And there's a couple of factors that may be affecting that. My folks in New Mexico are doing fairly well, but they work in lower end properties, and so they sell fairly quickly. And here in Florida, I see a difference neighborhood to neighborhood. And Matt's responded to me. He tried to. I'm not sure if he even saw this request come up, but I'm not really sure where this is going, who's seeing it. But at the end of the day, I'd like to know everybody else's opinion. How do you explain to people? I sat down and went through the numbers with them, and I made sure, as far as I was concerned, I was explaining to them I was more interested in their mental health, their ability to survive having to sell their home. Because at the end of the day, in my opinion, they have to sell the home. They have to sell the home now, take the cash, and get out from this foreclosure that's pending even just next month. And it may not even be able to do it fast enough. But overcoming that hurdle is the real concern. And so I wonder what other people are doing and how to help more people. I truly want to help as many people as possible. Anyway, I don't think there's probably very many questions because I'm not even sure I'm connected. I don't know what's happening with the connection, and I don't know if Matt's seeing this or not seeing this. Hey, now there's one person, so let's see who that is. If I can even tell, I don't know. Anyway, look, everybody make your comments. Markets are different everywhere, but helping people overcome this hurdle of the longer I stay, the better off I'm going to be, in my personal opinion, is not necessarily the best game plan, because the longer you stay, the more your lender has attached fees for legal and what was the other ones around there? There was inspection fees and a whole bunch of fees that they've tacked on to this particular client. So the longer that you hold out and not pay your bill and not communicate with your lender, the worse off you're going to be. I don't believe we're in the market anywhere that's getting 10 or 20% returns. In this particular case, in order for them to even just break even on what was going to be billed to them or what was going to be accrued over 2 years, they'd have to have a 10% minimum return on the value of their house, and that's just not going to happen. Anyway, signing off. Have a great day.